Now, before we tell you where we're going, though, Kevin.
Why are you so
Why do you have like a tampon in your nose?
It's a part of a tampon. My nose is too small for a whole tampon.
What's up, Brite Nation? Today we are going on a family field trip, except we're not going with family, we're going with friends, and we're taking our Fords. So we've got Plan B, our fully APG built Ford Bronco, and we have our friend in his Ford Raptor. And we're going somewhere pretty rad today. We're not going rock crawling. No, it's not because they're Fords that we're not going rock crawling. We've proven time and time again that that beast right there is a great rock crawler. But today we have something quite a bit more special in mind, specifically because it's something that just about any of you guys will be able to do in just about any type of vehicle that you own. We're going overlanding today, and it's very easy, but it's gonna be absolutely stunning, and we're gonna show you exactly where we're going and just how to get there. Now, we picked our APG built Ford Bronco, and our friend Casey picked his Ford Raptor R specifically for this because as far as being on-road drivable vehicles and off-road high-speed capable vehicles, they're significantly more comfortable than either of our Jeeps, because obviously we own Jeeps as well. The IFS is going to make this a much more comfortable and cozy ride because it is quite a ways to get to where we're going.
I only picked this because we have a passenger and the Bronco's bigger inside.
Hi, Huey.
Don't let her fool you. My Jeep is perfectly comfortable.
Our Jeep is perfectly comfortable and capable of performing not quite as well as the APG Bronco, but close enough for a Jeep.
Also
most Jeeps can't, though.
Also, my Jeep's been rolled and there's a big gap and there's just noise, air noise, and it's not as big and roomy inside. This is the cozy.
This is
the
much more
Bentley or whatever, like, you know. But no, I do enjoy driving this. I'm just giving her shit. She always talks about the Bronco being so much better, fast and high speed and yada yada yada.
Now, before we tell you where we're going, though, Kevin.
Why are you so?
Why do you have like a tampon in your nose?
It's a part of a tampon. My nose is too small for a whole tampon. I've had a nosebleed for 3 days. Weirdly, I got a nosebleed about a year ago, and it was so bad I had to go to the ER. And it was literally almost a year ago to the day. Anyway, it came back. It wasn't with a vengeance, but it did come back. And yeah, this is if I want to live life right now. I just have to shove a quarter of a tampon up my nose and live with it.
He's not over-exaggerating, though. We legitimately had to go to the ER, and they had to cauterize the blood vessel that burst in his nose. So it was like a whole thing. Anyways, we're trying to prevent that from happening again. Now, as far as where we're going, today we're going to the Grand Canyon, and we're going to show you guys how to get there all the way from St. George in southern Utah.
You can go right for the Sand Hollow where we go off-roading. You go off the backside, and there's roads everywhere out here.
And we'll show you here in a second, there are a million different ways to get to the Grand Canyon. We're just going to show you one of them today because we want to go out to what's called Whitmore Point, where you've got some stuff to cook. We're going to barbecue out there and just basically hang out and have a good time. But we're going to show you guys exactly the route that we're taking today to get out there. That way, any of you guys who want to relive this adventure, you'll be able to, because we are specifically tracking it on Onyx off-road. And what I'll do is I'll actually include the GPX file in the description below in this video. So any of you guys who want to come out here and do this, all you gotta do is go in there, click on that, and come out here and have a great time.
Don't be misled. The road starts out beautifully graded, super smooth and soft, and it stays that way for quite a while. But as you get further out, it does get more rough, and then you get to lava, like old ancient lava flow, where if you do not have proper off-road tires, if you're on like an SUV on street tires or like a mild all-terrain tire, your tires will not survive if they do not have strong sidewalls. Like you're going across sharp lava, like lava flow, old lava flow. So even though you're coming out here or you see the video so far all beautiful, it does get really bad like towards the end.
In terms of how sharp the rocks are, it doesn't get bad in terms of like crazy rock crawling or anything like that, but you do want to be cognizant that if your tires are weaker, they're like all-terrains, they definitely have a strong chance of not surviving.
An all-terrain is fine, but like an actual off-road all-terrain, like there's more street-oriented all-terrains, and then there's like more off-road oriented all-terrains. So
definitely want more off-road oriented ones if you're going to go as far out as we are going to go today.
So there's quite a few ways to get out here to the Grand Canyon. Now, here's Sand Hollow, this whole area over here with all these trails. We took off over here out by the airport, and this is the red dots are where we went. But if you look, there's trails literally everywhere, and you could turn off and go explore all of this stuff, which is super cool. I mean, this is days and days of camping and adventure. Yeah.
And this is all on Onyx off-road.
It is. So this is all here, and you can even get rid of some of the harder stuff or easy stuff. You can search different ways, but we're gonna basically head all the way out until you see that ends right there. Now what's super cool is that you can see all these different ones. Now this Toro Weep one, you got to be careful. This Grand Canyon Overlook, this one you actually have to have a permit ahead of time. But where we're going out here is not part of the Grand Canyon National Park. This is just outside of it. So this is free to roam out here.
But it is important to remember to do your research. Some of the areas out here, no permit is required, but there are some, especially out near the Grand Canyon and near the National Park, that a permit might be required. So definitely do your research ahead of time if you're gonna come out here and kind of explore. Whitmore Point is one of the Grand Canyon's most remote and underrated overlooks, perched at around 3,000 feet above the Colorado River. Unlike the popular South Rim, this spot sits on the northwestern edge of the canyon, deep within the Arizona Strip, and it takes about 55 miles of off-road trail to get here. But the reward? A completely uncrowded, jaw-dropping view of the inner canyon that few people ever lay eyes on. The final stretch of the drive descends roughly 1,500 feet over 7 miles, winding through an ancient lava flow. This rugged terrain is a testament to the area's volcanic history, where multiple eruptions sent rivers of molten rock cascading into the canyon itself, shaping the landscape that we see today. And if you're up for the adventure, Whitmore Point is one of those rare places that's absolutely worth the journey. So this is kind of going to be the area where it gets a little bit more rough. It's still nothing crazy. It's still pretty well worn, but just one of those things where you want to make sure you have a well-equipped tire, because there's going to be a lot more rock on the trail, and you definitely want to be able to get out and all the way back without having any cut sidewalls or flat tires.
Left the big city for the simple country life. Found myself a woman that it took for me to be my wife. I was working on the ground come the sun up to sundown. Yeah, I'm trying to make a reputation for a man inside this town. Hard as I try, maybe I just can't. I ain't no up and kinda leaving me. She kissed me one time and she took my heart. Baby, you can love me, you can leave me, I'm a honky-tonk star. Yeah, I'm a honky-tonk star. Well, working 3 jobs, living out of a car. Mama never told me life would get this hard. Running around the world playing my guitar. Baby, you can love me, you can leave me, I'm a honky-tonk star. Yeah, I'm a honky-tonk star. Yeah, no George Jones and Gary Sturt.
Wind definitely got pretty insane towards the end there, but we did expect that, because another good thing to keep in mind is always check the weather before you go wheeling out here in general. Make sure there's no storms, because you can get like monsoon level rains, you can get flash floods, stuff like that. And this is definitely an area you absolutely don't want to get stuck in a crazy storm. The roads, as nice as they are when they're dry, definitely are not so nice when they're soaking wet and muddy. It can be pretty crazy. So always check the weather beforehand, and also a good idea to maybe bring some extra fuel depending on the type of gas mileage you get, because it is a haul to get out here, but it's completely, as you saw, completely worth it. probably a good idea to always bring extra water and stuff like that too, but that's anywhere you go out here in like the high desert area. Water is never something you can't have enough.
Well, working 3 jobs, living out of a car. Mama never told me life would get this hard. Running around the world playing my guitar. Baby, you can love
And with that, we are officially back in town. So it's really it's absolutely gorgeous. The views are stunning, especially if you've never been to or seen the Grand Canyon before. This is a really easily accessible space and area to go check it out.
It is a long drive. Like it's 60, I think it was like 67 miles each way. And, you know, speed limit's 35 most of the way.
We were
and
totally
25.
going 35 miles an hour.
Yeah. So just be prepared. Like this isn't like an hour trip out. And
No,
back.
this is
Like,
at least a
all
full day trip. Like you
Like-
literally go out there, you drive out there, you sit on the rim, you do what we did, you bring some food, you hang out, you have lunch, you enjoy the views. There is a hike that goes from the very top of where we were at that rim, and you can hike all the way down to the river.
I filmed it in the drone footage.
Yeah, it's a very long hike, and it is not for the faint of heart. I have never done it, and I probably will never do it.
It's 1,000 feet.
It's
down,
1,000
so-
foot elevation from the top to the bottom of that mesa, so it's a hike. But you can also go out to that area and you can camp and stuff too, which is another thing that I would highly suggest doing if you're into that kind of thing. But keep in mind, obviously the wind was super rough today for us specifically. It is always breezy right there because it's basically a canyon, it's a tunnel. But today in particular was pretty bad. But that's, again, just check the weather before you go to make sure that it's going to be nice and beautiful when you plan your whole day out there. But yeah, if you guys want to come out, you want to relive that adventure, go to the description below and you can click on that Onyx GPX file there and you can come out here and have a great time. But 10/10 would recommend. Guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Remember to find all your Lite Brite Nation merch and decals at litebreakstudios.com.
Huey, how was it?
That's cool. I really enjoyed it. Nothing like I would ever get in the UK, so
It's his first time ever seeing the Grand Canyon. What did you call it?
big canyon.
A big off canyon. Guys, as always, we love you, and we'll see you next time.
Bye. You film it with your POV.
Waiting for a good video.
That one.
She's been trying to pet a cow for 7 years now.